Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be a favorite brush video. I want to share with you guys some of the brushes that I've been rocking with and using, and just tools I guess that I've been in love with, because they're not just brushes, there is a cosmetic sponge as well. So if you guys are interested, make sure that you stay tuned. So I guess we will start with the face brushes. I'll start with face brushes. Okay, so I have to honestly say that before I start using my sponge to apply my foundation, I was using this brush. This is the Sonia Kashuk number 130 Dome foundation brush, or I think this is a powder brush, I'm not sure, but it's just, as you can see, it's just like a dome top round head brush, and I was using this to apply my foundation. What I would do was I would take a spray bottle with water in it, and I would spray the brush all around the top part of the brush, and I would get it wet, so that way once I got ready to apply the foundation, it wouldn't soak down in the brush. That was a problem that I was having, was before I started spraying my brush with water, the foundation would soak down in the brush, and I would lose a lot of product in my brush, and then when I would go to wash my brush, it would take forever to get out all the product. So, you know, getting it wet first kind of helped. And you don't want to get it drenched, but you just want it to be pretty damp, so that way the product doesn't soak down into the bristles of the brush. And I would just, like I always do, put the foundation on the back of my hand, dab it in there, and just dab it on the face, and then just buff it in all around the skin. That's when I was using this brush. Now I'm kind of over using brushes for foundations. I use my, and this, please excuse the fact that it's dirty, I used it today, but I use my Real Technique complexion sponge. I think that's what it's called, or Miracle complexion sponge, or Miracle sponge, or whatever. But this is it. It is dirty. I used it. I like to use this to apply my foundation now, because it's quicker and it's easier. And it's easier and quicker to clean as well. So I just put the foundation on the back of my hand, dab my sponge in it, and just put it on. And I like to work now, since I'm using the sponge, when I use a sponge, I like to work, you know, areas of my face at a time. So I'll start down here, and then I'll work my way up, and then I do this area, and then I'll do this area. You know, I just do areas, whereas with the brush I would just kind of go all around. I could work faster. I feel like I could work faster with the brush, whereas I feel like I work a little slower with the sponge. So, and it literally doesn't take that long to clean. Like, I can clean it right before I'm getting ready to use it, because these are great wet. So next I'll move on to the brush that I like to contour with. This is the e.l.f. small stipple brush. Now you can use whatever brush for whatever purpose, as long as it works for you, as long as you're comfortable with the functionality of the brush, or the functioning of the brush. I don't even know if that was a word, but you can use whatever brush for whatever purpose. I like to use this stippling brush for contour. It is dirty. I did use it. Now, just to keep from having a bazillion and one dirty brushes, I use this for my contour. I go and spot clean it, and I use it for my blush, and I spot clean it. And sometimes if I want to bronze my face up a little bit, I'll use it for that. Then I'll use it to like apply a lighter a powder that's not my skin tone, that's just a little bit darker, a little darker than my skin tone, and lighter than my contour, to just bronze up my face. I don't know if that's what you call bronzing. I'm still kind of confused about bronzing. I'm confused if bronzing is contouring, or if bronzing is totally different from contouring. I thought it was totally different, but I don't know. But I just like to create a transition between my highlight and my contour sometimes. I've been trying that out, new little technique I've been trying out. But anyways, I use this brush for that. And it's like a duo, I don't want to say dual fiber, but like it's white at the tip and then black. And this is one of my favorite brushes to use to contour with. And next is my angled brush. Sometimes I will use this to apply my blush. I just use it like that, or brush it back or whatever. But this was in a brush set that I got from Walmart probably like a year and a half, maybe up to 2 years ago. And then I found the same brush set in Big Lots, I think last year. So they may still be available in Big Lots. I really don't know. I haven't been in Big Lots in forever. But it was a part of like an HD high definition brush kit or something from Walmart. It was quite a few brushes, and it was another brush to which I am going to feature in this video. It's over here. Or 2 other brushes I'm going to show you guys. So they actually, in that kit, they actually had a couple brushes that I found to be useful. And this is one of my favorite brushes to use when I'm applying blush, if I don't mind using the brush. But I find that it saves a lot more time when it comes time to wash them if I just spot clean this and use this for my blush. But this is a great blush brush. I used to use this to contour, but I prefer the stippling brush. It's just a little bit more stiffer. I kind of prefer this better. So moving on to my eye brushes. So this is my spoolie brush. This is my Sonia Kashuk spoolie brush, and I just use this for my eyebrows, of course, to shape my eyebrows and tame them before filling them in. And next, this is a eyeliner brush. They call it an eyeliner brush. It's just a little flat eyeliner brush, and I use this to do my clean up under my eyebrows and to clean above my eyebrows. That's all I use this brush for, because it has these, is flat, and with the precise edges, it's just flat, and it makes it easy to get up under that arch and to get on top of the brow to clean it up. And this brush came from the Dollar General. They don't look like this anymore now. They're black. They're not white. They don't have the white handles on them anymore. They're black. But I don't even know if they make this brush anymore. But I got this from Dollar General years ago. And next, I am going to move on. Now, I'm going to... Well, wait, let me show you this brush. And this is a concealer brush, the 111 concealer brush that I got from BH Cosmetics. It's a small brush. I like to use this because it's a synthetic fiber brush. I like to use this like when I'm using my ColourPop eyeshadows. I like to use this to apply them to the lid. But it is a concealer brush, so you can use it. I initially got it to clean up from when like my lipstick, like clean up around my lips, like if I go out of line with my lip liner or my lipstick, I can use this to just clean up around the lips. That's initially what I got it for, but I've been using it to like apply ColourPop shadows to my lids, and it works great for that. And next is another BH Cosmetics brush. This is the 102 shader brush. This is a large shader brush. It feels more like a synthetic brush to me. So I think I use this with the ColourPop shadows as well, because as we all know, the ColourPop eyeshadows, they're like of a different texture. They're almost like a cream texture. So I feel like regular brushes don't pick the color up well, but a synthetic brush picks the color up really well. You're able to get the full payoff with a synthetic brush. It's just stiffer, and I feel like it grasps the product better, but it doesn't hold the product in the brush. I feel like regular brushes don't grasp it very well, especially if you're using like a glittery kind that's supposed to have a lot of sparkle to it. I feel like a synthetic brush will do the job way better than any other kind. So next, I'm going to move on to more eye brushes, and I'm going to try and show you better alternatives to the brushes that I have. If like there's a cheaper alternative, I will try and show you that as well. So first, let's see. This brush is dirty, but let's get it. Okay, so first I have to show you guys the MAC 239. And this is a great brush. This is, to me, this is like a multi-purpose brush. This can be a shader brush. You can pack color onto the lid with this brush, and it's great in the crease. To me, when you're trying to get like a precise color in the crease, this is great to use the tip. And then if you're using it for the lid, you use it flat. You use the side, you use it flat for the lid and the tip for the crease. And I just use circular motions, or sometimes I may go back and forth, but I usually just do long, slender circular motions like that. Now, to me, a great dupe for this is the, well, I don't want to say a great dupe. I'll say a good alternative. If you don't want to pay the money for MAC, because we all know MAC brushes start at like $20-something. So if you don't want to invest in a MAC brush, then you can do the Sonia Kashuk number 111 brush. Sonia Kashuk is sold in Target, or you can get it at soniakashuk.com. But this is the 112, and this is just a small flat shader. And this is great. You can pack color onto the lid with this, and then you can turn it and use the top edge to get up in that crease. This is a good brush. This is a good multi-purpose brush as well. And next, let me put that back over here with the dirty pile. I'm going to put my dirty used brushes that I already showed you guys back in the dirty pile. So, let me get this over here with clean. So next, and these are my favorite brushes, the brushes that I turn to the most. So let's see. Another brush that I turn to the most is the MAC 224. This is a blending brush. I turn to this the absolute most. And a good alternative for this brush is the Sonia Kashuk 109 brush. This is a blending brush as well. They're both tapered blending brushes. And I started out with the Sonia Kashuk. I love this brush. This is also, these two are my reached for brushes. I usually use the Sonia Kashuk to apply my transition color, and then I'll sometimes either use this 112 Sonia Kashuk, or I'll use like my MAC 239 to apply my brow bone highlight color, and then I'll go in with my MAC 224 to blend those two colors together. So these are my go-to brushes. If you can't afford the MAC, you can get the Sonia Kashuk. This is probably like $5.99. If you're not interested in doing the Sonia Kashuk, you can try the, see, this is in a plastic. It looks very similar to the MAC. If you want something that's more, you know, a little bit more snooty-doo, then you can try the BH Cosmetics 101 brush. I have not tried this, but I'm pretty sure it works just the same as these other two brushes. Fibers look the same. The makeup of the brush looks the absolute same. So I'm pretty sure it works just as well. You can probably find a set of these in your local TJ Maxx or Marshalls, or you could just go on bhcosmetics.com and get you a set. And I have to say, oh, I forgot about these other two brushes, probably because they were dirty, but these were face brushes. These two brushes came in the pack with the angled brush from Walmart. This is like a buffing brush. This is like a small powder brush, a mini powder brush. I use this to sweep away my setting powders, and then I spot clean it, and I use it to apply my highlight. And this is great. That brush set was awesome. I use all of the brushes in it except for the powder brush. I don't really use that because I don't use a big brush to, I don't use powder brushes usually. So, and then here is a concealer brush. These brushes are dirty. I did use them, and I just wasn't trying to dig up the other clean set that I had, so I just thought I'd show you guys these. Anyway, it's just makeup. It's not like poop or anything like that. It's makeup that's on the brushes. But this is a concealer brush. I love to use this brush to apply my highlight, my concealer highlight. I love to use this brush because it is quite large, and it can hit more area in less time. So these are great brushes. In my personal opinion, it came in a set and they work perfect to me. I use them all the time. So that is it for my favorite brushes. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure that you check some of these brushes out if you are in need of some brushes, especially if you are in need for some starter brushes, like a beginning set, and you don't want to invest the money in the MAC ones because they are a little costly. You can get Sonia Kashuk. They're usually about, I think the spoolie was like $1.99, so they usually range from about $1.99 to like $15.99 or $19.99. They're very affordable and they're in your local Target, or you can order them online, like I said, from either Target or SoniaKashuk.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you comment down below. Let me know what you thought about these brushes, if you've tried any, or if you have some suggestions of even better brushes to try that are, you know, budget friendly. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, you guys be beautiful.